Believe it or not, China is now running short on garbage. Yes, you heard that right, the same household waste everyone used to despise has become a hot commodity that power plants are scrambling to get their hands on. If you don't believe me, go ask around. Incineration plants are digging up old landfill waste from a decade ago to burn again because there's not enough new garbage to go around. How did this happen? It all goes back to the garbage siege of over a decade ago. In 2010, Beijing was nearly drowned in trash. A documentary called Garbage Siege captured it vividly, towering mountains of waste stretching to the horizon, the stench so bad it could knock you over. Scavengers rummaged through the heaps for anything valuable, while trucks dumped fresh loads into this sea of garbage. Back then, Beijing produced 30,000 tons of waste daily, but landfills could only handle 20,000 tons. Nationwide, it was even worse, 150 million tons of garbage piled up annually, with two-thirds of China's 600-plus cities surrounded by trash, even contaminating groundwater. The turning point came from an unlikely source, an 80-year-old nuclear weapons expert, academician Du Xiangwan. In 2017, he and a group of scientists petitioned the State Council, arguing that garbage was gold in the wrong place. Incinerating it could generate electricity and heat, powering tens of thousands of households per plant. This sparked a garbage revolution. Starting in 2018, waste-to-energy incineration plants sprouted across China like mushrooms after rain. In just 7 years, China built 1,135 plants, capable of burning 1.12 million tons of garbage daily, more than the US, Japan, and EU combined. The technology is world-class. Furnaces maintain temperatures above 850 degrees Celsius to destroy toxic dioxins completely, negative pressure systems trap odors, and even leachate, the dirty water from garbage, is purified into industrial-grade water. Fly ash is turned into road bricks, achieving near-total waste recycling. Over half of these plants now meet emissions standards cleaner than the EU's, and some have even become science education hubs, with school buses lining up for tours. In Shandong, one plant nets $2.5 million annually from burning garbage, generating 500 kilowatt-hour per ton of waste. With AI-controlled furnaces, they've boosted output by 15%. But just a few years into this boom, a new problem emerged. There's not enough garbage to burn. By 2023, China's daily garbage collection averaged 720,000 tons, but incineration plants were built to handle 1 million tons daily. As a result, furnaces are running hungry, with a national average operating rate of just 65%. In developed areas like Shanghai and Zhejiang, plants run at over 85% capacity, some even at full load. But in places like Heilongjiang and Gansu, utilization rates dip below 50%, with equipment idle more than it's working. In Jiangsu, plants burn for 3 months and then shut down for 1. In Shenyang, Shaanxi, facilities receive less than half their designed waste volume. Shanghai and Zhejiang plants have even started garbage wars, competing for limited supplies. When that's not enough, they dig up old landfills from 2003 to reburn the waste. In Beijing, the Baishanshu garbage mountain near the southwest 4th Ring Road was transformed into an eco-park just a year after being sealed. Why the overcapacity? The numbers tell the story. By 2024, China had 2,172 incinerators in operation, with a daily capacity of 1.11 million tons, 43% of global capacity. This exceeds the 14th five-year plan target of 800,000 tons daily by a wide margin. Theoretically, these plants could process over 400 million tons annually, but actual garbage output is only about 266 million tons, leaving a 50% capacity surplus. Running at low capacity drives up costs. Equipment maintenance and staff salaries don't stop, pushing per-ton processing costs as high as $40, close to the maximum government subsidies. Over 60% of incinerator revenue comes from electricity sales and state subsidies, so chronic garbage shortages strain both companies and local budgets. To address the shortfall, some regions are experimenting with cross-regional garbage transport. But hauling waste over 50 kilometers adds $3 per ton in costs, creating a vicious cycle. Less garbage means higher costs, which pressures companies and fuels public fears of corner cutting or illegal emissions. This makes siting new plants even harder, a phenomenon known as the NIMBY effect. Does this mean building so many plants was a mistake? Not at all. Look at India, where landfilling remains the norm. Delhi's Ghazipur landfill, the size of 40 football fields and nearly as tall as the Taj Mahal, is a city landmark. India has over 3,000 such open dumps, most without seepage controls, polluting land and water. Around 4 million of India's poorest scrape by in these toxic environments. Waste processing, like roads or bridges, requires forward-thinking planning. Americans generate 800 kilograms of garbage per person annually, over 4 times China's rate. As China's living standards rise, garbage output will grow, and having excess capacity now beats scrambling during another garbage siege. China's tech isn't just for domestic use, it's gone global. From importing Japanese equipment for Shenzhen's Qingshihe project in 1988, China now boasts over 90% domestic equipment, with key components earning EU CE certification and being exported to developed nations. Leading firms like Everbright Environment, Sunfeng Environment, Konghong Environment, and Tianying Group are dominating markets in Southeast Asia, South Asia, Europe, and the Americas. Everbright's proprietary Lude furnace is used in Vietnam, India, and Thailand, with over 520 units worldwide. Its world first in-furnace thermal high-pressure power generation achieves 30% thermal efficiency. Sunfeng has supplied equipment or services to 225 global projects, from the US to Ethiopia. Tianying exports to Singapore, the Maldives, France, and Spain. By August 2024, Chinese firms were involved in over 50 overseas incineration projects, including 30+ in ASEAN countries, using Chinese standards and equipment. While Western countries once preached environmentalism while dumping their trash in developing nations, China's solutions, driven by scientists like Du Xiangwan, bold investments, policy support, and public cooperation, have turned garbage from a crisis into a resource. Incinerators have gone from reviled facilities to key nodes in urban energy cycles and even environmental education hubs. This revolution hasn't just tackled China's trash mountains. It's broken the West's monopoly on environmental discourse, offering the world a practical, proven Chinese solution. Garbage, as Du said, is truly gold in the wrong place, and its value will only grow.